proper site, or you have to say the name? Yeah, do you just have to say that according to the sources, or you have to do the proper site?
Proper. You have to
Right.
say what it is,
Yeah.
where it's from.
Where it's from?
Okay, so my name is Eric Rasmussen, and I'm going to inform you a little bit about artificial intelligence. So, with new and emerging technologies, there always comes a bit of criticism and misunderstandings. AI or artificial intelligence is no exception to this, and um, it's actually these myths and misconceptions that impede progress and plug up important conversations regarding the subject. So, firstly, I want to tell you what artificial intelligence is. According to the article Benefits and Risk of AI by the Future of Life Institute, an institute that does research on the safety for this subject, says that we already are familiar with artificial intelligence in a narrow sense. So examples of this is Siri, Alexa, and most interestingly, self-driving cars. But these are defined by the Future of Life Institute as narrow AI because they can only do a limited amount of things. Siri can only interact with your Apple products, and when you ask it a question, it literally just directs you to Google. And self-driving cars can only do that, self-drive. So, but the main goal of this type of research is to create artificial general intelligence, which is an AI that can do anything, and it can do it much better than any human or humanity as a whole can. And it's with artificial general intelligence that a lot of these misconceptions come. So misconception number one has to do with, when will this be created? When will this be made? And the answer isn't really what you would expect. It isn't 100 years, it isn't 20 years, not even eventually or never. Max Tegmark, the author of Life 3.0 and the president of the Future of Life Institute, tells us that we don't know. A lot of the leading experts and researchers all disagree. They all fall on different parts of the spectrum, some of them thinking that it might not even ever happen. And to put this to make it more understandable, Tegmark explains it like this. Imagine that you're climbing a mountain, and once you reach the top of this mountain, that's your first obstacle. You can only see another mountain, but you never see how many more mountains are behind that, so you never know how close you really are. Misconception number two is regarding the fears, so some of the common fears and what experts are actually scared of. So, as an avid movie watcher myself, the most recent movie I've seen that covers this topic is Ex Machina, and basically the plot for this is some genius scientist creates artificial intelligence, he puts it in a robot, and this robot tricks him and the main character, killing both of them, and then goes out into society to do who knows what. But this is really unrealistic. What experts really think about consciousness is, well, firstly, I'm not going to tell you whether or not that's possible because it doesn't actually matter. If you get run over by a self-driving car, it doesn't really matter whether the car was conscious of running over you or not, because either way, you got run over and possibly killed. So what experts are worried about actually is competence. So just by its definition, a superintelligence is super intelligent, and that means it can do anything and everything better than humans can. So what we want to do is have our goals line up with this superintelligence so that it does what we want. So let's say, as Tegmark puts it, when people are building, for example, a large company, they may take out a whole area of land, cut down trees, killing a lot of the wildlife there. But it's not because they hate the animals there or because they hate trees. It's because they need that area of space, and that was nature's goal didn't align with their goal. So what researchers want to do is not place humanity in that place. So where artificial intelligence, crushes us. So. So lastly, Some people may think that artificial intelligence or like AGI, like the goal, really isn't that dangerous. It's not going to be able to control humanity, but TechMark proves this to us by explaining that what enables control is actually intelligence. So because this is more intelligent than us, it will be able to control us. We have some of the most ferocious animals on the planet, like tigers, but the ones in the cage are not people. It's a tiger, even though it's a lot stronger, more agile, and faster than us. What researchers fear is that by giving up our position as the smartest on the planet, we also may give up our position of control. So as AI emerges, there come many misconceptions, like the fears, whether or not it can control us or not. And these are just some of the common ones that will help us engage in the conversation to talk about what's really important.